Et salut à tous, c'est Fenrir, on est parti pour une nouvelle vidéo sur Genshin Impact, dont les nouveaux portails, donc on va les tester tout de suite, let's go. Et voilà, donc on est parti donc pour les nouveaux portails. On va tester, donc c'est vrai que ça fait un moment dilu qu'on l'a, niveau pyro, donc je pense que vous avez compris que j'aimerais bien me lancer un petit peu sur la petite Yoimiya, pour ce qui est du pyro, en sachant qu'il faut qu'on win la 50-50. Qu'on aura déjà minimum 3 nouveaux persos, parce qu'on aura le perso donc du 50-50, le potentiellement chevreuse Sarah Bennett, sachant qu'on a aucun de ces 4 persos. Donc c'est cool, ils ont mis donc les armes, donc l'arme de Yoimiya et l'arme de Raiden. Je sais pas si j'aurai la possibilité de les faire, on verra à ce moment-là. Pour l'instant, j'ai que 2 armes 5 étoiles. Donc l'épée du faucon, je crois qu'elle est rapport avec Jean, et la hache de Navia. Donc bon, let's go, on va commencer tout de suite. Eh, je pose direct. Allez hop, nouveau perso, ça c'est cool. Attaque direct dans le good. Allez, chevreuse, ça c'est déjà top. Allez. Et une deuxième C2 chevreuse. Enfin, c'est 1 plutôt, pardon. Donc cassation 1 pour chevreuse. Je crois qu'on était quasiment à 0 de PD, donc là on va être à 30. Bennett, nickel. Nouveau perso, donc on a 2 persos sur 3. Ça c'est cool. Donc on n'a pas encore eu de multi perso. Donc la lance, je dois avoir en 2 ou 3 exemplaires. Aïe. Donc là on va être à 40. Ah bah Eugene j'ai déjà, mais ça fait un C1 pour Eugene. Un autre perso, ce serait cool. Chevreuse C2, voilà. Chevreuse dans C2. On n'a pas eu Sarah encore, tiens. Même si je pense pas qu'elle serve à grand chose. C'est vrai qu'on n'a pas eu Sarah encore. Avec de Favonius, donc là c'est un flop. Quoique la Favonius, je crois que j'avais pas. Donc au minimum là on arrive à 50. Bennett c'est 1. Donc là elle peut commencer à apparaître maintenant. Elle peut commencer. Eh, doré, allez. Si on win la C, là ouais 50-50 serait cool. Duo, donc on aura les 3 persos. Portail. Yoimiya. Allez, on les a tous. J'avais dit qu'on aurait tous les persos, on les a. Ça c'est cool. Ici, je sais plus combien j'en suis de ratio. 5, 10, 15, 20, 22, ouais non, trop bas. Trop bas, trop bas, trop bas. Et ben on va continuer avec... C'est quoi t'étais à gauche, ok. Donc on a qui d'autre, tiens que je gueule. Les objets, alors, on peut Raiden, on peut... Ah d'ailleurs, je l'ai pas. Finari, je l'ai pas non plus. Keking, je l'ai pas. Mona, je l'ai pas. Kiki, je l'ai pas. Diluc, je l'ai. Et Jean, je l'ai. D'accord. Jean, j'ai pas. Donc, de toute façon, dans tout cas, même si on a une 50-50 ratée, on a quand même potentiellement un personnage qu'on n'a pas. Chevreuse, Bennett, Kujo, ok. Charlotte, je l'ai pas. Linette, oui, je l'ai. Fréminet, je l'ai. KV, je l'ai. Mika, je l'ai. Yao Yao, je l'ai pas. Enfin, après, c'est tous les persos, quoi. Bon, bah, on va passer les deux, ceux qui nous restent. Moi, ce qui me tue, ce serait d'avoir un back-to-back, quoi. Donc là, c'est le début du partage, donc on a largement le temps d'en refaire des primos pour pouvoir refaire des vocs. Bennett, allez, j'y passé 3, je crois. Je crois que j'ai chez lui, c'est 3, et je crois que la petite chevreuse, pareil. Arcouillé, je connais pas. J'ai pas jamais vu d'ailleurs. Bon, t'en as pas eu beaucoup de double violet, quoi. Hop. Astérix, il nous fait combien d'invoques? 16. Non, ça fait que 3 plaques. Bon, on va les mettre de côté, déjà. Donc, perso, alors, on a Bennett. Bennett qui sera C2. Ça, c'est toujours cool. Chevreuse, C2. Elle a rien d'autre. Et Mia a rien d'autre. Ok. Alors, fais-moi Star Couillé, là. Augmente les dégâts infligés aux attaques normales 40% et diminue les dégâts infligés par les attaques chargées 10%. Ouais, donc en plus, si j'utilise par exemple dans ce perso là avec ma compétence, vu qu'elle enchaîne des tirs déjà enflammés, ça peut être cool. Ça peut être cool pour elle peut-être. Bon, pour l'instant, on peut toujours lui laisser en attendant. Et l'arc de favenu, alors l'arc de favenu, je sais pas si. Non, je l'ai. Si, je l'avais. Je l'avais déjà. Au pire, ça, je peux l'équiper sur un des persos qui n'a pas encore d'arc top. Mais c'est quoi les coups critiques des attaques? 60% de chance de pénétrer faible quantité de particules. Ok. Ouais, donc là, je pourrais switcher. On a donc Kuju. Ah bah, Kuju a un arc, donc au pire. Hop, tiens, cadeau. Pour l'instant, je verrai les builds un peu plus tard. La Miss. J'ai pas grand chose. En fait, pour l'instant, j'ai pas grand chose en armes. Donc, ça, au pire cas, je vais lui donner celle-là. Parce que celle-là, comme ça, je vais la raffiner aussi. Voilà, en plus 4. Donc j'ai déjà une plus 5 ici. Donc là, vu que j'ai l'impression de tomber que sur elle, quoi. Constamment, je tombe sur cette lance. C'est affolant. Bennett. Quand j'ai pour le foot de ta gueule, je vais me donner ça. Oh, c'est quoi bonus physique? Oh, ça faut des bonus physiques, quoi. Mais je crois que c'est plus maîtrise élémentaire, Bennett. Bon. Bon, bah, je suis content. On a eu quand même 1, 2, 3, 4 persos. Donc ça, c'est cool. Ça, c'est très cool, ça. Pardon. Hop, où est-ce qu'il faut aller?
Sorry, I'm late. It Took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. You
sure sound a whole lot nicer.
It's called being a professional. I'm a body.
J'adore les yeux du perso.
Look,
I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the... Oh, hey, Chief.
Dia, what are you doing here?
I take it you...
we met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed...
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything...
Ruksha's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses. So people from all over have been called back to the city. Since you've already mentioned the theft, I suppose I might as well...
Appreciate it.
theft?
Just recently, the Academia...
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia, the Grand Sage, took the whole matter very serious.
You two have heard of... The Academia's grip isn't long...
Apparently what was... If you're interested, maybe you can head to...
Are you serious, Chief? All the Academia students are in Sumeru City, you know.
If you're also interested, just...
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayan. And take it from me. If you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you best watch your backs. Let's just say that there are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for King Deshret." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
King Deshret's been dead for thousands of years.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned... Well, Traveler, that's all.
And you too, since we've gathered all we could for the...
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zero. Good. Then we'll see you both at the...
Putain, j'adore les yeux de Deia. Je sais pas ce qu'elle vaut comme perso. S'il y en a qui peut le dire en commentaire, c'est que de toute façon elle est pas dispo pour l'instant. J'ai vu un autre perso que j'avais pas donné, ça, Céleste. Là, voilà. Et c'est un pour Eugene. Eugene. Let's do it.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with...
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 get...
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Let's We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But other than that, we don't have much else to do. Osford Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even, well, given all the people that...
Welcome.
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question.
Of course.
Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted and sure, we may not you see over there? Those are students from the academy. They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can...
It's not good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about King Deshret and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
They're called Ein El...
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the Academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. I've heard that Ein El...
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for?
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us.
Well, I guess that makes sense.
Whoa! Did you hear that? So, what's our plan? Wait, didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 mora! Have you lost your mind? Oh, alright. Paimon...
Mais j'ai pas un demi-million, ma grande. Ah si, j'ai 1 million. Oui, ça...
This is the place we heard those students talking about.
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Huh! Once we reclaim the power of King Deshret, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of mora this time. So
how can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money grub...
Yeah, with boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this...
Huh. All these guys talk about is...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when King Deshret exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what...
Huh? Who are you? What do you want? A traveler?
Now's probably not the time to talk about that. Didn't the student say Eremites are wary of outsiders?
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos? Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it? Huh?
Oh! Sorry! He must have grabbed the wrong amount! Hey, what do you think you're doing? Oh, Paimon can't stand it.
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Oh, that's right! We heard you mention King Deshret just now. We're actually interested to know more of you.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, as you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of King Deshret. Years ago, King Deshret founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru. King Deshret was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean...
Greater Lord Ruka Devata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed King Deshret's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the... Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. King Deshret isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been... Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true god will suffer retribution together. If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of King Deshret. I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation has...
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
ALHAITHAM.
You again? Deranged Academia.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been... Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more...
Hey! Shut it, ALHAITHAM! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this, hmm?
I told you the other day.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was that.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even if, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation. I'm quite confident that if I began to take such act... Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might blame you for not telling... Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Ils viendront pas.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 more to them.
Ça m'arrange que 500 000, ça coûte quand même cher bonbon, quoi.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word. Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa, did you see that? He not only got us our plus, he went that way after...
Il est parti ALHAITHAM.
Wait up! It's ALHAITHAM, right?
What do you want? No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. We're even. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again. Alright, goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have... Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the...
Who exactly are you two? And why are you a student? Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Huh? Oh, yeah! He's really strong. Weren't you saying something about it?
He doesn't even have a vision.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from Oh, those hot-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if...
Alright, I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching, we'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't...
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information...
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something? Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't...
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too.
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before. This is what you've been looking for.
My mind can't tell what it is.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha. Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents. Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules can further... It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them. They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use. But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who, over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless. Well, I think that about sums it up. Ah, so that's your true objective. With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer. You're still resolved. Fine. Let's...
En tout cas, il a l'air badass, ALHAITHAM, quand même. Il a une bonne tronche, je trouve.
Let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me. I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit, she's guarded against people from the Academia because most of her wares don't comply with Academia regulations. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privilege. You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address and their contact password. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve. You'll have to improvise.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares. and she only likes customers who I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her approval.
What? We only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are...
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight? Oh, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you. Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look...
Try inspecting them with elemental sight.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through element. That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dory's trust.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the mora for purchasing canned knowledge. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any mora left over, just keep it. Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two... Okay.
Au pire, je vais foutre un grand coup de hache dans la gueule, ça règle les problèmes, hein.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right? Hyman doesn't think it was that on the paper.
What a unique palette. We have unripe horror fruits, but we usually keep them in the back.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe horror fruits.
Got it. You two, please follow me. You two have a fascinating fashion.
On va peut-être lire le papier en fait compte si je commence à faire des conneries. Alors attends. Porter des fleurs funéraires. Vouloir acheter des concentrés. Il y a beaucoup trop d'infos là. Donc deuxième info, c'est ça. Porter des fleurs funéraires. Vouloir acheter des concentrés de connaissances.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
Ah, the warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
On dirait les oreilles d'un lapin crétin, tu sais.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things. Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes...
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style? Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products. Okay, everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot, it's the Matra! Run!
What? The matcha? Where? Alhaitham said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here. We don't know this area, so let's follow that informant. He ran that way. Look, he's over there.
Et ça court, et ça court, et ça court.
If you're hiding from the Riskland tiger, come this way. Another password. Huh? Oh, that would. Here, over here. You can stop running now. So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just excuse.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Et ouais, c'est vrai qu'elle est vraiment atypique, le perso, quand même.
Wait, you're Dory? Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't, but it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything. I'm not sure if that's supposed to... I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much more they might have. Not only will they get caught by the matcha, but they'll also get... So that's why I prefer to have customers. It's your first time here, but don't worry. I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, as long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good. Ah, yes, of course, of course. Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious... What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested in your reasons for buying. Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls. Only 3 people in all of... Yeesh. I would want to be an expert. Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods? With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paid job. Ooh, now this sounds 2 million Mora, and it's your... Whoa! Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price of each knowledge capsule are indicated in small text on the body of each one, down at the bottom. Alright, let's try the method that ALHAITHAM mentioned.
Donc celui d'en haut, celui du milieu, celui de droite.
We'll take these, please and thank you. My oh my, you are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and... Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 more, you can pick any knowledge cap... Say what now? Hey, did you hear that? Spend another 100K and we get a capsule worth a whole million! But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 Mora. If we spend just a little more, we can get something... Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. Aren't you even the least
T'aurais
bit
dû te taire.
curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works?
T'aurais dû te taire, tu viens de parler d'ALHAITHAM.
Knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself? Come on. We still have around 100,000 of ALHAITHAM's Mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you. Excellent! Then please, Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we wanted. Why can't we choose the one?
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million more each. I'm sure discerning customers like yourselves will be able...
Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these.
Aucun qui vaut le coup.
So, what did you see? So, they're all worth about the same amount? Well, anyway, the more has already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques. The art of growing spices. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one. Dory, we'll take this one.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon. Whether it's
Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with ALHAITHAM.
true history is sometimes...
Hopefully now he'll finally tell us about what the Academia lost.
Dis-tu, on va commencer à te mettre des petits trucs.
You two.
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wakela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here.
You're pretty damn...
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcha won't come here.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the knowledge capsule?
Before that, I have to ask, why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
Yeah, he just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru for a while now, but we still haven't found a way. When we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here and...
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it, and you'll get...
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the dendron?
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next. I won't deny that. I'm investigating because I'm curious as to what As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I agreed to forego ownership of the divine knowledge capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, however, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation.
They adamantly believe that the divine knowledge capsule contains King Deshret's power, and that he will return to this...
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate?
Yes. Ainul Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. To that end, they've resorted to many methods more foul than fair in order to... So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them. The divine knowledge capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covertly given to the winner. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not publish unless I know whose hands the divine knowledge capsule ends up in. My agreed Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where...
Yes, you can say that. The day after tomorrow, Go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the Divine Knowledge Capsule's whereabouts. If she has no... If I get the opportunity to study the Divine Knowledge Capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation? Okay.
ALHAITHAM, before you go, we actually bought enough.
You two want to try using... Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though.
Là, on va voir ce qu'on a récupéré. Ça c'est quand même très beau.
This place works. Show me the capsule you purchased. Sword fighting techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule.
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely be minimal if you already possess. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. One before use. While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your various physical... There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities. But don't...
Wow! ALHAITHAM! Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the academy.
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity.
Désolé.
All right, let's begin the test.
Feeling lucky?
All right, I'll link your Akasha. The next step is to use this knowledge capsule. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a connection.
How are you feeling? You mean that it worked?
All right, time for round 2.
Watch out!
Dans tous les cas, je crois que j'ai une patate qui suffit. Hein.
Now, I'll start. Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve his combat capability. During the second fight, his overall fighting performance.
Wait, how much? Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us!
Of course, this could be because he is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial increase. At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal... I'm heading back to Akela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time.
Et bah les gars, on fera ainsi la prochaine vidéo. En espérant que ça vous a plu. Moi je vous dis bien à la prochaine, c'était Fenrir. Ciao les gars.
Surtout partagez, likez et obéissez.